Hello guys, HC Tutorials here, and today welcome back to another Adobe Photoshop tutorial. Now first of all, it's sort of, in this tutorial what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you the basic things, when you open up Adobe Photoshop, the basic things that will happen, that will come up at your screen. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So once you have installed Adobe Photoshop, you're going to open it. Now, if you don't know how to install the Adobe Photoshop CC, which is the newest version, I have made a tutorial on how to install the newest one, the trial version. I'll put the link in the description, and you guys might want to check that out. So yeah, it's loading a little bit weirdly, and yeah. So once you've opened it up, it's gonna look a little bit like this. It's gonna look a little bit like this, and it's gonna be this is the startup screen about for Photoshop CC. Now this is sort of yeah, it needs a little bit of time to load up my computer to show up these logos. So now we have these things. I'm gonna show you one by one what they are. Now, I'm not going to go into detail on what they are. I'm going to split it up into other tutorials, so then I can explain it in a more detailed way. So this is just the basic ways. So basically, what you're going to open it up, if you want to make a new file, you need to do this. You can click on File and then New. And that will then open up this. Now, as you can see, I have that on that. Now, it should be on 180. These are the things that I have. These are the settings that I use. Now, these you can. I usually use 38-bit. It's probably the best. 32-bit. It's probably the best. So yeah, now it's gonna take a little bit of time to load up. I don't know why. Yeah, so now it's loading up. So once you've done that, I'm gonna go through what is it on the left column and the right column. So let's go into the little left column first. Now, as you can see, this one is just basically moving stuff. Now, I'm just gonna open up a photo. Okay, I'm just gonna open up a photo, the HD tutorials. Let me just open this, the logo of the HD tutorials. Let's just open that up, and there's the file. So now, this is what this sort of arrow with sort of I don't know what you can call it, but it just sort of like moves everything. It just sort of like moves just sort of moves the sort of thing that you have, the photo. So now that is done for the first one. The next one is just probably highlighting literally the space. So that is just basically what it is. Now this one is a little bit tricky. I actually found out a little bit. It's with the lasso tool. And as you can see, when you right click, when there's like this sort of a straight triangle. You right click on it, and there's all these sort of other tools that are related to the icon. So the lasso tool, what it does, it just sort of like makes sort of like lines, something, makes this sort of a sort of thing, a sort of shape, and yeah. Now it's this quick selection tool. Now this quick selection tool is basically you just select a couple of places like these. Okay, dude. Yeah. So it basically just selects a couple of spaces like that. But yeah. Oh my god. So I'm just how can I even get rid of that? Okay. I'm actually you know what? Oh crap. Let me just, you know what? Just do a new one. Okay. And I just place that logo back in again. So yeah. I'm going through some pretty fast on this one. As you will probably know, maybe by looking at this icon, it's the crop tool. Now you can have these perspective crop tool. Now I'll get to that in later tutorials because these are pretty important and they're actually pretty hard to understand. Whoops. So then you can just crop anything like those, and yeah, it's just really awesome. Let me just do this, and do this. Oh my god, you know what? That cancel. Just don't. Wait a second. Oh my god, didn't crop. And now, yeah. So now we're up to this one. This is just basically taking the color that you have right over here. See? Now this is the background color. I'll get to it pretty soon. So basically, when you click on it, it just changes the background color of whatever you have. So now it just changes, and yeah. Now we have moving on. It's a spot healing brush too. So it's sort of like okay. You have to have it as a okay. Let's just do another new file. And have it as a 8-bit. Maybe we should have it as 8-bit. I don't know. Okay, let's just close these two and nope. Oh crap! Oh my god! What did this? I thought I pressed off. Nope and nope. Now we're done with that. Put our logo in here. Paste the file. So this is just the healing sort of brush tool. Red side tool. Yes. Now this is just sort of like how you sort of just heal the stuff. So you just sort of like heal sort of the I don't know. Maybe you can sort of like heal sort of what you want for the photo, so sort of like this, but it just looks pretty weird. So also, if you wanted to change the thickness of this, you can actually right click and there'll be sort of the size. And also, if you chosen the thing, the icon, you can, on the top left corner there's this as well. You can switch it in both ways. Now this one, as you know, is the brush. Now basically what the brush does is just basically draws stuff. Oh yeah. Anyways, so now this one is actually a little bit sort of weird, and I actually whatever. I actually had to figure this out a little bit. I don't know why. So I don't know. Maybe it's like. Maybe. Oh my god. Oh, click. So this is. I think this is like probably like you have to brush sort of like this. Maybe like. So I figured it out. Just like sort of smoothing the things like those, and yeah, I just don't really know. Now this is the history brush tool. Now I don't know what is the history brush tool, but it is just sort of like you can just sort of like wipe the thing sort of out and looking a little bit cool. So yeah. So moving on, we got the eraser here, and also the stamp, and this you can also change the size by right clicking and also doing that. It also does the eraser. Now you can. The eraser is basically, as you all know, it just erases a place in a photo. So yeah. Anyways, moving on, we'll have the gradient tool. Now, if you don't know what this gradient tool is, basically you right click and then you click on this, and then you do a sort of a line, and then it just changes to this sort of a weird sort of thing. And yeah, it just sort of gradients it. Now, there are a couple of ways to gradient things. I'll have it up in the latest in a more later tutorials on Adobe Photoshop. So let's just do undo here. Let's move on. Now this is the blur tool. Now this blur tool is actually very awesome. Now I actually had the size very big, so for my thing, so it's not that good. Okay, so what the blur tool is, I don't know if you can actually see well. Let's just put on another photo. I think that will be much better. Yeah, this one. This one is the E1092 sort of a channel thing I had it on. Yeah, so the blur tool. Let's click on the blur tool. But what this does is that it basically radicize it. So you have to radicize it. Now the radicize is sort of like, I'll show you how to radicize it in, But anyways, once you have done that, when you like sort of when you click and hold it, and then you just sort of brush it down a little bit and just hard it. Just do it a couple of times like this. As you can see, the end is sort of like getting blurry and blurry, more blurrier than usual. Now, if you don't wanna waste time doing this, you can just bam, make it bigger, and that it can, make it, have it like, oh yeah, make more faster. TB and frags. Anyway, so yeah, that's actually pretty awesome. Just delete this, and let's just go on. Now this one, as you know, it's the dodge tool. Now basically what the dodge tool is, let me just slow it, let me just have it a little bit smaller. It just sort of lightens it up, sort of the other, it just sort of lightens the text or the specific picture up like this. And just, as you can see, the sort of the black mark on my text is sort of like getting whiter now. So yeah. Now this one is the pencil. Now the pen actually. The pen is sort of like draw like this, yeah, like this, and yeah. Now I don't really like things, so how about let's just from that, delete it, delete. Okay, so we're done. Now this thing, I think you guys might know it really well. It's the horizontal type tool, the text tool. I just do this. You just highlight space and you can type up whatever you want to type in, like that. So yeah, I'm just delete it, and yeah. Now we're moving on to the mouse thing. And just basically you can move this. You can just highlight a space. You can just highlight a space, and yeah, that's just basically it about the mouse. Now we have the rectangular tool, rectangle tool. Now there's other things like these. It's just basically the same, just sort of like draw a rectangle or something like that, and yeah, and just delete that. Now we have this. Now I don't know. I'm not quite sure what this is. It just says that it's a hand tool. I actually didn't find out what this does. It just like I just don't. Oh, is it like, okay, whatever. But yeah, now we have the glass. Now this, some people might not know, this is the magnifying glass. You can just magnify. Oh my god, look at these pixels. Fit on screen. Yep. So now, yeah, moving on. Now we're back for the foreground color and background color. Now you can choose your foreground color. I have white. Just choose whatever you wanted. And foreground color, background color, same thing as well. So yeah. Now we have this. Though this is sort of a really weird thing. Now let me just do this. Now it just turns sort of like pink. I don't know what it does. Why it does that? Let me just sort of do a new one. Yeah, it just sort of turns places into pink. So that was actually pretty weird and pretty weird. I just find it extremely weird. And yeah. Maybe it just lightens it up, I don't know. So now we have this. Now this is changing your screen. Wait a second. Just sort of like changing your screen so you can have it as full screen with menu bar or full screen as well. So yeah, basically that is done with the left column. Now we're going to the right column. The right column, this is just basically the history, and this is just basically the properties. So yeah, now we have the color, which is the same place over here as well. Foreground color and background color as well. They're both the same. So yeah, now these now first of all, the layers. These are the layers. Now when you create a layer, let me just create new layer like this. When you just create a new layer, it just come up here, and then there's different layers to put up a sort of a real image and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so moving on, we'll have the channels. Now the channels is basically what makes the picture that you put it on. So basically, when you have red, you have green, you have blue, and it makes this picture. Now, let's go on paths. Paths is just basically what you worked on, and yeah. So now we're moving on to adjustments. Now you can do brightness, contrast, levels, curves, exposure, vibrance, color lookup, channel mixer, photo filter, black and white, color balance, hue, saturation, invert, polarize, and threshold, selective color, and gradient map. You can do all those other things to adjust your layer. Also, you can have styles. So let me just tool on the logo. Let me just click on one of the styles, and let's just see what it does. So it just basically does that, and and as you can see, so it just sort of makes it a 3D, but then the logo is kind of like gone. So basically, this one is just plain or not. This one is plain. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys find this helpful for this Photoshop tutorial. It's been a great pleasure doing this, and I really enjoy it as well. So yeah. Anyways, guys, the link to how to install the Adobe Photoshop is down in the description. If you find this helpful, make sure to give this a like, maybe even a favorite if you want to, and most importantly, to subscribe by clicking that subscribe button down below. Also, if you have any feedback, requests, or any questions on basically the tutorial or the channel itself, make sure to comment down in the comment section below. Also, I'll probably be doing some videos on Monday as well. So yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy this video. My name is HD Tutorials, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.